So this is our town hall workshop, February 10th, 2026. So just some of the notes and items we were talking about. Tyler White did a great job getting the siding on the bottom done around the house. It looks great. Purchased the lattice work, at least for one side.
For the whole yeah.
Round.
No, it is the whole
It'll
thing.
go
Okay,
all
good.
the way around, and
Okay,
it'll have
but
some
it's all
access doors.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, he just yeah, and he fixed the holes in the paneling that were under the roof.
Siding.
Okay, good.
Siding.
Okay, good.
Siding.
And then he did a little bit, I think, of the shoring up underneath the air conditioner in that back corner room. And we talked about the back corner windows. They're replaced aluminum, is that what you call them? Aluminum windows that weren't really made for the space there. That's why there was so much leaking, in that room. So we'll have to
Reframe maybe.
Yeah, reframe.
For
Think
some
about
new
what we
ones.
want to do for the windows back there. We all liked the 50-50 on the color match in the piano room. So I'm going to see about getting the 50-50 in enough paint. And I guess eggshell? Eggshell?
Ask your parents.
Okay. And I will see if our premier volunteers, Nan and Pam, will come back and do the painting in there, and ask them about a primer, what kind of primer, if any, is needed for that. We talked about the entryway. I don't know why it says pie. We'll take, piece. Okay,
right.
We'll take entryway piece, so I can do a color match for the entryway color, and then also get a 150 color match on that piece and see what that looks like for the wainscoting. So we're doing, I think the color match has been our best bet so far. We'll see. We talked about the grant for making this location an emergency shelter, and the requirement to be 48 hours off grid, and what all that means if we want to have it for an emergency shelter for heating and cooling, and then also, whether that's what we really want to do, and making it a known space for that.
Well, and not necessarily a shelter, but a heating cooling station.
Emergency
But
station, yeah.
If the grant's applicable to our needs
Right.
in terms of electricity supply and water supply and the well and all the other stuff we talked about.
Yeah.
If the grant and our needs match up, and we can
Then we
look
can,
into
yeah.
looking to get some grant money to do
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of time to think about
Yeah.
that.
And we're getting smarter and
year.
smart about all this stuff.
Yeah.
The more we get into it, we talked about the Our Town grant. We have some questions that we just need some clarification on about the matching funds. What the grant covers? Does it cover planning? Does it cover the actual installation? And who is named in the grant? Who's responsible for that? So just some items we need to get final facts on. We just have some questions about that. We're going to try and use one of the polyacrylics in the city clerk's room and start on the walls. And we'll also see if Dan and Pam will be able to do those also. And we'll do a color match on the unpainted green in this room, in the city clerk's room, and see about that color. And then we had a lot more. Oh, and
Ceiling.
yeah, and ceiling, and do a color match on the ceiling. I love that color. And then and we had more discussions about pavilion, what we think the uses are, what we're going to do there, and what that means as far as liability, being able to take money for events since we are a city and a nonprofit, and kind of what that means as far as what we want that space to be used for. all I have.
Okay.
I think that's
Yeah, that sounds
covers
good
it.
to me.
I think so.
pretty good.
All right. Thanks, Kingsbury.